Okay, well, I think it's my turn, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hello and welcome to the fifth episode of Look at Them Talk. This is one of the cousin hosts, Landis, and here are my two co-hosts, Chan and Noah. So let's get it going.
I was gonna let Noah just hop into that. I didn't know.
I lofted it up for you two, and no one took it, so I finished it off.
That's fine.
Hit my own pitch.
That's fine. Yeah.
Hit a cherry bomb out there.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, I actually have a pretty decent story that just happened to me today. Landis, you know a little bit about it because we talked on the phone earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let's hear it then.
I guess I should share it with the rest of the family. So I'm staying at Noah's sister's house, right? And she's got 3 cats: Quincy, Mama, Chester. She has a dog, Brad, and a lizard. The lizard, stays in its own confined space, so we don't have to worry about that. But I get home after work and I go through the routine. I drop in food into each of the cats' dish. I move Chester out of the way from eating Mama Cat's food. And I feed him last because he tries to steal everyone else's food. That's his punishment.
Mm-hmm.
I take the dog outside to go to the bathroom. I come inside, give him his food, go to the bathroom, bring Brad back inside so he can eat his food and shoo the cats away. And I make myself food and I'm sitting down. Now, anyone who's listening that has never been to, this is obviously regarding to family here, that doesn't know, Chester is a very vocal and very attention whorish cat. Wants the attention, constantly seeks it out, but he's nowhere to be found. The house is at peace.
For once.
And I am not liking it.
He's terrified. You're mortified.
So I'm looking around the house. I see Quincy and I see Mama Cat. I find them. I looked in the garage because earlier I accidentally left the garage door open when I went and got a pop. So I was like, well, maybe Chester's out there. Maybe he's locked out there. Opened it, nowhere to be found. I grab a treat bag. I'm shaking treats around the house. I got 2 cats following me, and I'm looking for the third one, but he is nowhere to be found, and I'm shaking this thing. I go outside, and I'm thinking this cat must have slipped out when I took the dog out. I'm freaking out. I'm going crazy.
Sis is going to kill me.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I just lost Sis's cat. She's going to kill me. She's going to slaughter me. I feel so bad. Honestly, when I was walking around the neighborhood and this thought popped in my head, I was like, if I don't find this cat, maybe I should just give him $140. Does that cover the cost of it?
That's one cat. $140.
That's what I got on my desk. So I was like, does that cover it? Just
make a quick trip down to the freaking pound or wherever you get rescued cats from and pick one up from there. It kind of looks like them.
Maybe. But we'll get into the thick of things later that I was also thinking maybe I don't have to do that. But I'm walking around, I take a quick little stroll. I walk around the yard and stuff. And I don't live in this neighborhood. And so I'm thinking like these people are probably thinking I'm checking these places out to rob.
You're like looking around like.
I was looking around. I got in my car. I drove around the blocks slowly, just peering back and forth for anything that looked to be a cat that was moving. I couldn't find anything. I called Noah up. I'm like, Noah, I need your help. I need another set of eyes down here. Please come help me.
I've lost this damn cat.
I think the cat has snuck out. Please help me. He's like, all right, I'll come down. Have you called sis yet? I was like, no, I have not. He's like, well, call her. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that now. I call sis. Andrew picks up first. He goes, hey, Chandler, what's up? I go, hey, sis there? He goes, yeah. I'm like, could you put her on the phone, please? And it sounds like she just woke up from a nap or something. And I'm like, Chester's gone. I don't know where he's at. I think he snuck out of the house. I walked around the house. I'm shaking treats. I flipped your house upside down. I can't find the cat. I think he snuck out. I walked around. I drove around. I'm sorry. Sorry if he's gone. And she's just kind of groggy. And she's like, yeah, well, if he just left, then he probably couldn't have got that far. Just keep walking. Keep looking. Okay. I'm so sorry again. I'm gonna keep going. I called Noah. Noah's coming down. And she's like, go over to the neighbor's house. Ask them. Get the neighbor boy to help you. Blah blah blah. And I was like, yes, ma'am. Going over there right now. I walk out of the house. I go over to them and I'm like, hey, I'm Chandler. I'm Sis's. I didn't say Sis. I said her name, but I'm her cousin. I'm pet sitting. Have you guys seen an orange and white cat? I think it got out, but they haven't seen it. And Terry's like, she's like, I didn't know she had a cat. I thought she only had Brad. I'm like, yeah, she's got 3 cats total.
A lot.
Down to 2 right now, but she's got 3 cats. But they didn't see him. So I was like, oh, fine, keep your eyes peeled out for me. I appreciate it. I walk down to the end of that road, turn around, walk all the way down to the end of the road. I don't see anything. I make a right, and I walk all the way down to the end of the road, and I see a cat. I know it's not Chester, though, because the cat is brown. And Chester has white and orange spots. So I walk down there, and I hear this lady yelling for the cat, like, Lexi, get out of the middle of the road. Get out of there. I walk up on her. I startle her as she jumps, and she's like, oh, scared me. I don't typically see people down here. I'm like, I'm sorry. I asked her, I was like, have you seen an orange and white cat? And she said, because I just lost mine. She goes, yeah, I got an orange and white cat. Like, I'm like, well, she's like, how long has it been missing? Oh, I think she said, like, is it a boy or a girl? And I go, it's a boy. She's like, well, this one's a boy. I got one. How long has yours been missing? I go, maybe an hour. She's like, oh, this one's been here for like 3 weeks. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Not the cat. She's like, I got an all orange one. I got a white one. I got that orange and white one. I got this brown one here, And cats, they just seem to come here. I find new cats all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he makes his way down here. And she just kept talking and kept talking. And I'm thinking like, yeah. I got to get the fuck out of here so I can try and find this cat.
She must be real lonely. She finally had someone to talk to.
She's a nice lady. She has 4 cats. And she said, she's like, well, where do you live? And I'm like, well, I don't live here. I'm pet sitting. And she's like, oh, I know. I'll keep my eyes peeled. And if I find this cat, I got a cat carrier. I'll bring them down in the cat carrier for you. I go, thank you. So I make the turn, I'm heading right. I see these other 2 people walk out of their houses, and I'm like, hey, have you seen an orange and white cat? They're like, no, we just got out of the house right now. And the female is like, does it have a collar? And I was like, oh, I don't know. It's not my cat. It's I'm pet sitting, and both of them go, oh shit, that sucks. Both of them right away knew. They were like, oh well, you're fucked right now, aren't you? And I'm like, yes, I am. I am severely fucked right now.
I can smell the shit you're in.
And they're like, well, I'm like, I've already called her. I've told her everything. I'm not hiding behind anything. I'm like, well, we haven't seen anything. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. And I continue about my day walking down the street. I hit the end of this street. I start walking back and I receive a phone call from Noah. I go, hey, what's up? And he goes, I see the cat.
Well.
I go, is he inside or outside? He goes, he's on top of the refrigerator. I go, that motherfucker. That son of a bitch. Cat was inside the house the whole goddamn time.
You was just out having yourself a walk, that's all.
I'm out here shitting my pants, having a goddamn heart attack.
What was it? No, was he just like sitting up there on just not doing anything? Was he just laying there, just having a snooze?
So like I get to the house, I go into the breezeway and I see the two cats right there. There's Mama and Chester, and I go like 1, 2, Mama and Chester. It all registers in my head, and
Mama and Quincy.
Think like, okay, oh yeah, Mama and Quincy. So the orange and kind of like gray one. And then I go into the kitchen asking for Chandler. Maybe he's still here. I don't know. Best place to start. Just kind of look around, and then eventually come back. I went into the hallway and I come back into the kitchen, and then I just check around the cabinets. Check the one cabinet. I go, no, he's probably already looked. And then I look above the fridge, and I just go, it's like, oh yeah, there's one of the cats. And then like it doesn't register for me for a good hot second that that's Chester. And then I swear, Chester just goes, meow. And I go, wait. Oh, that's him. Because in my mind, I'm just like, Chandler totally checked all this stuff. It's like you give that person the benefit of the doubt, like real well.
I looked up on those cabinets. I looked up both of them. I looked up. I remember vividly looking up there because I know they like to hide up there, but typically they hide like more over top of the refrigerator. And by the time I went in, there he was. But a little bit later, a little bastard was hiding behind the goddamn boxes that are up there in the freaking corner laying down. And you couldn't see him at all, no matter where you were standing.
That's where he was.
I'm thinking that's where he was.
Yeah.
That little.
My question is, why didn't he come down when you had the little bag of treats you were shaking about?
The treats that I was fucking shaking like a goddamn maraca.
He wasn't feeling hungry. He was feeling sneaky.
He may have been sleeping.
Sleeping like a log. That's all I can think of.
No way. Knowing that cat and treats, someone can shake a bag in Alaska and he'd hear it and go there.
God, that's so funny. Well, at least you had a nice chat with the neighborhood cat lady.
She seems nice.
Sounded like she was needing some attention.
She was spraying
I don't see people down here very much. So.
She was spraying weeds in her driveway. I startled her on my little walk. She literally jumped. She jumped, and I was about 10, 15 yards away, and she kind of like looked up and jumped.
Well, what did hey, what did Sis say when you gave her a ring?
She laughed. She laughed at me.
Good.
Just like was just laughing.
Yeah, you deserved that.
She's like, well, at least you found him. Noah gets himself a beer. This is my favorite part because I think this is Chester summed up to a T. Noah gets a beer, leaves, goes back to the house. I'm sitting there relaxing. I'm finishing off my beer. Chester decides to come down, hop up onto my lap, and stick his ass in his face, in my face, and get all cuddly with me now. I took a picture and I send it to Sis, and it says, "Look at the fucking nerve of this asshole," as he's just laying on my lap. The fucking nerve of this asshole that we have here.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty good story.
It is pretty good. Freaking cats, man. You gotta love them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, I always joke with sis, that cat's the worst because it's annoying and stuff. But here I am flipping shit trying to find this cat. And now it was in the house the whole time. I wish it ran away.
That damn cat.
I think the cat here has caught 2 mice. I'm starting to love it.
Luna?
Yeah.
Nice.
She caught one in the closet and then another one we don't know, but it didn't have any bite marks or anything. So we're pretty sure that she gave it a heart attack and then left it on Elena's floor or under her bed, maybe.
That's
Cats
where she
do
put
that.
them?
Yeah.
Oh,
My cat back home, she likes to play with them. Like I found her once and she was in the bathtub upstairs with a live mouse. I walk in and I look and I see Kiki is the name of the cat. I see her just sitting there. She's just staring at me and I go, "What are you doing, weirdo?" Wash my hands and I hear something like kind of like skirmish over there. What is that? I walk in there and there's a goddamn mouse alive it's fighting for its life and clawing to get out of the goddamn tub. And she's just in there staring at it, watching it try and get up the sides of the tub.
She fucking put it in there.
She grabbed it, put it in there to play with it.
My God.
Or she killed it.
Hard.
Yeah. I just grabbed it and
Hey, you got to stay entertained somehow.
took it
Just like their
outside.
clothes.
Yeah, those things are pretty crazy.
Apparently, my mom has been having chipmunk issues, and she's killed a couple chipmunks. But she likes to bring them inside the house while they're alive, and one of them got away.
Oh my God!
And there's a chipmunk in my mom's house right now.
Oh,
it's been in my mom's bedroom, hiding.
No! Oh no!
It's a cute little bastard too. It'd make a great pet.
I don't even know how do you catch one of those. How do you catch one?
I had a box.
Set up
and
just
I was
a
trying
bunch of...
I had a box and we knew it was in my mom's room and we saw it and it was hiding behind some stuff and so we closed all the doors in there so it couldn't go anywhere. I had a box and I was going to try and capture it in the box and like slide some stuff underneath and let it go outside. And my mom was just going to try and she put on some gloves and was going to try and grab it as best as she could.
Yeah. I think it's pretty freaking quick. That's probably not going to happen.
That thing broke her ankles.
Yeah.
Bad. She looked like Tyronn Lue on the ground, and the chipmunk just stepped over her. It was
Those
bad.
things don't make too much noise at night, right? Because every now and again you get like a cricket in your room, and that thing just won't shut up as soon as the sun goes down. Oh, it's the worst thing.
Worst.
Oh, it's probably the worst bug to have in your room at night.
That happens to me all the time here because it's I've got it's pretty much like one big room with a staircase and like they get in through the door somehow in the bottom and like I'll just wake up in the middle of the night and I go down there, I can't find it. Of course, It's just fucking buzzing away.
Yeah, it's just trying to attract the ladies.
Yeah, you're in the wrong spot, man. Find nothing here but my anger. I want to fucking clap your ass.
Get ready for these cheeks.
Usually I'm a pretty I'll save it. I'll like get it outside, but I'm like I've just woke up from a deep ass sleep. 4 hours in, this thing's just cricketing away down there. It's getting clapped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that offends any bug lovers out there. That's just the way it goes.
Hey man, catch it and deep fry it and eat it. A lot of people eat fried crickets.
You think I'm thinking about eating a cricket at 4 a.m? I just want to go back to bed. I'll clap that thing, toss it in the trash, and go back to sleep.
Hey man, a lot of people need that midnight snack.
I guess I could just eat it raw, just throw it back there. I really wanted to.
Put some sugar on it.
Pound that thing.
I don't need no sugar. I drink my coffee black. You think I eat my crickets with anything on them?
I guess not.
Have you eaten a cricket with nothing on it?
I haven't, but that's probably what I would do.
I eat one with like brown sugar.
That would be tasty.
It wasn't that bad, honestly. It was it was just like weird because you're eating a cricket and then you get over it because you're not a child.
They're like a food stall delicacy in like what Southeastern Asia markets and stuff. You know,
Oh.
candied crickets and stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
They eat a lot
crunchy.
of bugs. Bugs are a big cuisine in a lot of other nations, but not here in America.
I'd eat it.
I would eat a bug. I have no
I
problem.
eat so much of it.
It's a good source of protein.
It's a
I
good
haven't
amount.
had frog legs either. Those are
I've had
kinda
frog
in the
legs.
same
Those are
boat.
pretty good.
Recently had those.
And how are those?
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I would say it tastes like chicken if chicken was a seafood.
Amphibian.
Seafood kind of like flavor.
Yeah.
What did you have any like? Did you have them like with sauce on them or something, or salt and pepper, or like what? Was it just straight frog leg?
We kind of did it with a lemon salt sauce almost.
That wouldn't be too
Kind
bad.
of how you make chicken, really.
We'll fry them up in a pan or something, saute them.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
Pan, butter, lemon.
Seems to be the best way to go.
It was not that bad. It's just finding them, really. They're hard to find. There's a ethnic superstore around here. They got all sorts of weird stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the first place you'd have to go. And Aldi don't carry that.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, it's either that or getting them direct. Which,
Yeah.
You know, growing frogs probably wouldn't be that hard. Just
go catch them yourself
or something.
Just go down there, shine a light on them, and grab them.
Talk about breaking ankles. You don't break ankles and
you can gig frogs.
Water.
You ever gigged frogs?
It ain't too easy. That's why you gotta have the flashlight. The flashlight kind of stuns them, and then you just grab them.
And you grab them. That's pretty fun, actually.
It ain't too bad. It's a good time.
Yeah, I just haven't eaten them before. You know, like I said, I usually don't. I let the critters live for the most part. Usually, like even spiders, like if I have one that's like not really bothering me in the house, like I just let them. You know, if it's not in like in a doorway where I'm going to walk through and kill his nest by just not knowing about it. But if he's like in the corner of like the ceiling or something, I'm okay with him living there. He's taking care of the bugs. He's doing a good job.
Same. I just listened to something where like the Rusin people. All right, here it comes. They used to take spider webs and wrap their wounds. So like you get a little finger cut, you just put a spider web on it. It's like a Band-Aid.
How do they have just spider webs at the ready?
Sounds like you need a lot of spider webs.
If there's a spider in your house, that's good stuff.
Oh.
Don't get rid of that spider. You leave that up there.
There's probably some ways you can attract spiders to your house too, like different scents and stuff. Like there's probably if you
in a bunch
really
of bugs.
wanted to. Marshmallows?
Bugs.
Marshmallows?
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No, you need bugs, my man.
Yeah,
you got to have their food source.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying there might be some sort of scent or something that can bring them here. You know, because
but then you want to attract the specific spiders that actually spin a web, because all spiders spin to silk, but not all spiders make a web. Some actually burrow in the ground.
That is true. I don't know too much about the spiders up here in good old Ohio, but
good old Daddy Long Legs.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many nasty.
We don't have a lot of the nasty ones. Like
we don't have a lot of nasty animals to begin with.
That is the nice thing about Ohio. There's not a lot of shit trying to kill you out here, for the most part.
It's just the winter and the construction.
Yeah.
Construction's everywhere, though.
Yeah. There's the 4 seasons of Ohio. Construction, winter, other construction, and more construction.
And more construction.
Then again, I mean, we are in the one of the biggest growing cities here, so that makes sense on the whole construction aspect.
That is true, but it feels like that everywhere in Ohio. It's just,
I mean,
I think it's a part of just the winter cycle. It's going to destroy roads. That's pretty much why our ODOT is so big.
Mm-hmm.
Because the winter just always opening up and closing. potholes and stuff. So, like, Texas isn't going to have to spend as much on their roads as we do repairing them. At least I don't think so. I don't know what the stats are. I could be talking out of my ass here, but
I just watched a video on why road construction takes so long.
and why is that?
Yeah.
Because to make a road requires layers, right?
Mhm.
Before you can put the asphalt on top, and those layers have to be compacted. Well, you can only compact layers a foot at a time to get to the specific density. Because if you put everything on top of each other and then compact it, you don't get down far enough to compact the rest of it, and then that soil can wear away and fall, and you have potholes and breaking and stuff. So you have to literally go like essentially a foot at a time compacting. Dirt, compact, dirt, compact, dirt, compact, dirt, compact. And you could do this for a while, depending on how much you're cutting and filling from a specific area to make your road. And that's essentially why
and the load rating too. Different loads are going to require more layers of soil being compacted, right?
Different density of compaction as well.
Like a highway is going to require a ton more than your back road, country road.
Yeah, and we also use asphalt up here rather than if you go down to, I think maybe some southern states, they use concrete, a lot more concrete. Concrete tends to last longer. Asphalt, I think,
it's also
doesn't
more expensive.
last as long, but concrete is more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, usually you only get concrete on like bridges here for the most part.
Bridges, you'll get it at like stops for like semis and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you could have the asphalt warmed up, and then you could have a heavy semi, and you could literally get divots from the semis and other cars that are sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, we got some of those just going into the Lowe's and Aldi's.
Yeah.
You see those divots, even like blacktop grocery store. They'll catch them.
Pretty cool stuff, though. Pretty interesting stuff.
I like it because when you're in the parking spot.
Speaking of road construction, I was out in Wheeling for the little golf trip I just went on, and they're replacing like almost, it looks like all of the bridges in Wheeling when you cross over in a 7. I don't know if you guys have been out that way, but they have like lane shutdowns on it. Like you can only go like 35 miles per hour through Wheeling, and they're just overhauling that whole section of road over there. So
that's cool. That's not too bad.
Yeah. It wasn't really fun to drive through, but it was kind of cool to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to drive through it. Kind of happy it's getting done when you're not driving through it, though.
Yeah, once they're all done, it's all nice and.
Oh yeah.
Before we go, I want to talk about one of the thousands of stories that have been brought up in this podcast that Grant has said we'll push that to another time. So Landis, you get to pick a story. I want you to share that story. Maybe
why is it my story?
Because you're the one who keeps pushing them. So I want you to pick one story that you want to talk about.
Well, the basement story is going to be pushed back because I've been talking to Jacob, and he says that he'll be down to do an episode, so we can talk about that one when he's here.
Oh, so
that actually might be
bashing us, and now he wants to hop on.
No. I asked him. He said he'd be okay doing it.
You don't remember that?
What is this?
You don't remember when Landis said that? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're just talking
with
your cousins. Yeah, no,
Must not be that good.
Oh,
that's what he was saying. Yeah, so I think that'll probably be in a couple of weeks. I think next week we have.
He's not getting a mug.
We're gonna do Corey next week, I think, and
we can do
Corey
next week.
We should plan a little something where it's me, you, and if Noah's available, we can go golfing and then do a podcast episode with Jacob. That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be bueno.
Perfect. Yeah.
Go somewhere in the middle, one of that hilly course. I think I don't remember what it's called, but we've been there a couple of times.
Meet me in the middle.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. You put me on the spot right here.
Pick a story.
That's a big story too.
That's a
That
big
kinda
basement
deserves it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot to it. A lot of fun happened there.
Yeah, it was a good night. Sorry, Chan.
It's all right.
It was kind of impromptu too, because like
Yeah,
you know, other people
but
were
I
just
mean,
doing stuff.
Well, we were coming down because
Don't
my
start
dad.
it. You're gonna start it.
I did. I wanted to I wanted Chad not to feel bad because
well, I don't.
about
I mean,
what it
I don't
was.
feel
About it,
bad.
just say
I mean,
like your dad had some romance business.
well,
Yeah,
we could
no, it
talk. We
was-
could talk about one of the stories that me and you just have. It could be about the time we went to Detroit or the time we went to, Cedar Point.
I
mean, that was just the two of us.
Let's do the Cedar Point then. I
Sounds
don't know
good.
how to start it. I don't want to get into the one part that I think is the funniest.
Well, I was laboring. So.
Yeah, well, I
just
mean,
set the context while I'm not there, because I'm just
he was slicing rat brains.
This was the
slicing rat
day.
brains.
Did we do this the day after or a couple of days after the? It was after the family
was
golf
either-
outing.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was after that.
We had already. This was before the Detroit game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Actually, the Detroit game's not too bad because that's another good one. Because I remember Aunt Veronica sent a text. It was like, "Why don't we do like a family trip to the Detroit Tigers and watch the Tribe play?" And then like nothing came out of it. And Landis and I were like, "That's a great fucking idea. Let's go up there and watch them play."
Yeah, I mean, we were like pretty much doing nothing that weekend. So
yeah, we said
you had
yeah,
just gotten your Prius, so we wanted to test out the range of that bad boy.
Yeah.
Two manly men driving in that thing.
Filled her up, full tank. Full tank got us all the way there and all the way back. One tank of gas, and not have to fill up.
Fantastic. So I had the bright idea. So a little background on this idea is, I was working at a place called at the time, and one of the guys that was working there with me, his name was Tom. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was talking to him one time, and he's like, all right, you want to know what the secret is to going to baseball games or like really any game. He's like, you gotta buy your tickets from scalpers. He's like, that's how you get the best deal, and that's how you get the best seats, because usually, like, if you bargain it right, you can find yourself a pretty good deal and get yourself somewhere really nice in the stadium. So I'm like, I had that in my head as
He
like,
had that in his head.
He's that dude's
And
right. He's been to so many games. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
And I just want to say that I found tickets on Ticketmaster that I thought were good.
I think it was 45 a piece.
Maybe 45 a piece.
So with the extra, $5 to $6 surcharge they do, it would have been like what, 95 for the both of us.
95 a ticket. Oh, are you saying just for the
for both of us? Yeah.
Maybe.
We would have split.
I don't remember the exact price, but I would say
I think I've got it remembered pretty good here.
It was 30 to 40 a ticket.
Somewhere around there. But anyways, we parked we found a nice lot about a half mile away from the stadium.
It was a good walk.
I mean, we could see the stadium from where we parked at, but like there was a lot of blocks in between. But the parking was cheap. There was a good spot there. It was like kind of right off the highway, and we kind of wanted to take in the sights of the city, right? Detroit, the beautiful sight that it is.
Great sight.
So yeah, we're just walking down to the stadium, and boy, Chan and I were accosted by so many. If you're homeless out there, it's a tough spot to be in. I'm not making fun of you here. I don't, you're down in the dumps. It's a tough place to be in, but man, these guys were relentless, and they do not know the meaning of the word no.
You couldn't walk a block without 4 or 5 people asking for some money.
I specifically remember one dude. He didn't have any.
He didn't have fingers.
He didn't have any fingers. He just had his hands. So I felt pretty bad about it. And he's, obviously the way these guys work is they try to give you stuff like, oh, here's a little American flag, and then like they give it to you, and then you're like, oh, can I get a donation for that? Like, whatever. So that was one of his tricks, if I remember right. So
No, that wasn't him. You're putting two people together. That was
Oh,
somebody
am I?
else.
I don't know. I was just dishing out dollars left and right here
So was
because
I.
we just couldn't fucking move a block. So that's bleeding us dry just out there. They're just hitting us hard with everything they've got. Fucking, they see us two Indians fans, you know, just fucking walking through the stadium, fucking targeting our asses.
We're looking for scalpers.
Yeah, we're looking for scalpers the whole way down there. There's like nobody. We're not really finding anybody because I mean we're in like a pack of people for the most part walking down, and eventually there was one guy who even suggested that we go to an ATM and get money for him. Like we were giving him $1 wasn't enough. We tried pulling the old trick. Oh, I ain't got no cash on me, you know. Even though we just a block away, we just gave $1 to the dude with no hand or fingers. So yeah, we just keep walking, and eventually we get to the stadium, and there's a scalper right there, and this part is probably best explained by Chan here.
We're in front. I want to let you know we are in front of where you can go buy tickets from the Tigers.
Yeah, so you guys are at Ticket Box.
Yeah, we're
right outside.
Next
It's
to the
like
ticket box.
it's on like the corner of the stadium.
We've hit some scalpers up, I think, before this. Everyone's high. I mean, everyone's high.
Yeah,
we're not finding cheap tickets. Grant's like, we'll get tickets like $20 a piece or something like that. And I'm like, okay.
Tom had me on that mindset.
All right, bud.
All right.
Yeah. So we're in front of the ticket box. We hit somebody up. Eventually, we get 2 tickets. And this he's trying to work us. He wants more and more and more. And I'm like, look, bud, this is what I got. This is as much as I'm going to give you. You take it or leave it. Eventually, I think, what was it, like $40 we paid for the tickets?
Something like that. I think it was 45.
We were up in the nosebleeds. I don't even know if they were $40 worthy. But
we were in the sun.
Yeah. Paid this guy $40. I whip out my wallet to go and get himself. And he sees more money in my wallet. And he's like, you got more money? And I'm like, motherfucker, I got to drive home and pay tolls. I got to fucking feed myself after this, you asshole. Yes, I got more money, but this is as much as you're getting from me for the goddamn tickets. You got more money in there, man? You trying to hold out on me? I'm like, no, dude, I got to drive home and pay tolls. I got to get food after this. This is as much money as I reserved for my ticket.
Yeah.
I understand it. He's trying to make money, but I just love that he's like, "Oh, you got more money in there? Why are you trying to?"
And I fucked up. I was like I was like, I just want to get to the stadium at this point. We just been accosted the whole way down here. I'm just fucking give him a couple dollars extra so we could get in here.
This is my
make him shut up.
This is my favorite part. Hey, where was your buddy at? Because he was up there that weekend, wasn't he?
My buddy, which one?
Tom.
What, Tom?
Yeah, the scalper guy.
Yeah, no, he didn't go. Wait. He did go that weekend. I forgot about him. I forgot that he actually went that weekend. But when I came back the next weekend at work after the game was over, I asked him, like, did you go to that game? And he was like, yeah, but the scalpers were just selling everything too high. I couldn't find any tickets. So I went and watched in the fucking bar.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy. In the bar.
He went and watched in the bar.
Okay, this guy talked up scalpers. Cheap way to get tickets. Landis is like, we're getting in cheap, boy. We won't have to pay jack shit to go and watch the Tribe. The Tribe absolutely manhandled the Tigers.
It was over in the first inning. It was over in the first inning.
I think they had back-to-back home runs.
Carlos and Frankie both nailed home runs to right field. I don't remember who was pitching. I think Carlos Carrasco was pitching for us. I can't remember who they had in the bump, but he got destroyed. I think he got pulled in the first inning.
It was bad. It was quick. Oh, and there is no such thing as a $5 hot and ready pizza inside of a baseball stadium.
No, they had Little Caesars all over the place, and the cheapest pizza you can get was at least $10. And they weren't even like full-size Little Caesars pizzas. It was fucking ripoff. They were like little personal pan, like Little Caesars pizzas. Who is going to buy one of those things for fucking $10? People like rarely, when you go to Little Caesars, you're like, I'm hungry. I'll spend the $5 for it. I won't expect it to be the best pizza I've ever eaten, but can you imagine getting a smaller version of that for $10?
That would be terrible.
It's a ripoff.
It's already bad. It's not.
It's already
good.
bad.
It's under a heat lamp, just marinating.
It's fucking dirt.
Grow legs and go find a customer.
Yeah.
Terrible deal.
So, end of the game's coming. Landis is like, I'm starving. I'm like, I'm starving too. We'll get dinner. He's like, all right. I'm like, well, I'm not eating. I'm getting the fuck out of Detroit. We'll eat somewhere outside of this. Like, Grant's like, sure, man. I don't care. We're looking up places to go. We end up finding some Italian joint. They got good food, got good service.
I think it was down in Dearborn. South Detroit.
But we're sitting there, we're eating, and this gentleman just walks up.
He saw us
he saw
some of our Cleveland Indian stuff.
We were in our tribe gear. Walks up, just starts talking about the Indians, and he's like, "Do you know who played right field in like 1964?" No idea, man.
I don't, man. Do I look that old?
No. This is all the way back when, like, I guess we could be called the Cleveland Naps, named after Napoleon. I can't remember. No,
they were the Indians at that time. Naps were like 1910 to 1914, or like they were like the Spiders around there. But yeah, no,
like the Naps. You guys know who the starting pitcher was for the Cleveland Spiders? Cy Young. I know he was there.
Yeah. No,
it's about my own guess.
No, he's just. He's a good guy. But he's talking about the history of the Indians and stuff, and I was like, I have no idea what this guy is talking about right now.
Can we talk a little bit about the current guys?
Yeah, just watch the game today. Talk about this.
Just watch Carlos Santana and Frankie Lindor hit bombs on you. So,
absolute.
He was a nice gentleman. I had a nice dinner there. That was a nice little Italian place. So it
was a good place.
I enjoyed the limited amount of company the man gave us. So
good times. It was just the scalpers. The $10 hot and ready pizza, the sitting in the goddamn sun.
Accosters.
Fucking accosting me every block.
And we got there and we got back on one tank of gas, but by the time we were like back at my house, I was empty. Yeah. Empty. Like it was like my gauge said 0 miles left. But we were still driving, and Grant's like, we passed.
We're running on the battery.
We're coming to a gas station. We're running on a battery, and Grant's like, I want to see this thing get to the fucking house. Fill it up.
We made it.
We made it. Filled up at the house. But he's like, I want to see this thing get to the fucking house on one tank of gas.
From all the way out to Detroit back. It's freaking crazy.
That
Detroit and back, one tank of gas.
Pretty impressive.
No. So, that was a good little Detroit Tigers Cleveland Indians game. I enjoyed that experience quite a lot. It was a good game. I wish Noah had experienced that with us, but he was slicing rat brains.
Brains.
I got paid a whole $2,000 that summer.
Nice.
You know what? It built character for you,
Yeah.
You feel you were much more disciplined after that.
I got like 3, maybe 5 pieces of data. And then like every single week we tell the guy, he's like, hey, this is what we got. And it wasn't much every single week. And he was telling us to do other stuff. Then at the end of it, he was just like, you only got 5 pieces of data? Like, yeah. We told you.
You hated that shit. And it felt like me and Chan were always doing something fun, like every other weekend, and like you just like couldn't enjoy. Like, I've got to cut rat brains.
Yeah.
Was that also the summer that we went to Florida for the family trip?
No, that was he had a midterm or a final or something that he couldn't.
That was also during the summer.
Yeah, that was during the summer.
It was at the end. It was like at the beginning of August because I remember I had a football training camp I had to go to immediately after the trip. So it was like in August is when we went.
You got to go though.
Yeah, I had a final at that time.
Yeah,
we had a fucking blast, Chan. Me and you, we had a blast.
I mean, knew when the final was too. You could have like planned it early in time, like months out. I knew when the final was.
Sorry, snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another story.
Oh goodness, that dude sprayed insulation into his house, and we were in that little. Your sister slept in
I don't know
the
how she did it.
opposite end. I don't know
I really
how
don't.
she did it. We spent one night in there, and I think Aunt Beth and Uncle Nelson, which
They weren't a
Grant,
fan of us
Grant,
being in there either.
No, they told us like, "Hey, you guys need to shut the fuck up at night." Sorry. Also, you kicked Grant out of that bedroom, so little karma on you.
You know what? I was kicked out of all the beds in that. I started off in I started off in that bed, and I got kicked out of that big. That bed was massive. I mean, I think it was a king. That's the biggest size. It was the biggest size bed, and I was just me in there, so that's fine. I'm fine getting kicked from there. They showed up. I get kicked from there, and then I had to go all the way downstairs to the other bed that was open. And then in the middle of the night, Aunt V shows up out of nowhere and kicks me out of the bed. Like, no, none of these people were here when we first got here. So I ended up sleeping on the couch. So, but yeah, I was just getting kicked out all over the place.
I remember the house had a urinal in the garage, and that's the first time I've ever seen that. And I was like, "That's a great idea." Great idea.
Yeah.
What
Usually I just piss down the drain out there when I've got a garage drain. I'll just pee in the drain. But you know what?
Drain and
you get a urinal out there. That's a pretty good idea.
Step up for sure.
Big step up.
Oh God, I remember I was so fat then. I don't know if I was fat. I was just heavy, I guess, heavier at that, pretty heavy. And I went to ride a bike with your mom, Aunt Noah, and oh my God, the freaking tires looked like they were flat when I was riding around. I'm like, I can't ride this fucking bike. The tires need pumped up. And she's like, really? So then she hopped off her bike and got on mine, and like the tires were fine. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's how you know you're too fat.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll go ride around on the bike with you. And then it was like the first day we went around the second street over. I'm like, this isn't working. I'm like, because you're like, I'm like riding rim on the ground. I'm like, this is just, I'm fucking dying here, This is not enjoyable at all. I was like, we'll just switch bikes. It was the same. No, I was just too fucking heavy, too heavy. Your mom was still like, why don't you ride the bikes with me the next day? Like she asked me the next day. I'm like, no, I don't know if you're trying to make fun of me or what, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
What I remember is because we were in Florida, we went to Universal Studios, and we were at Harry Potter World, and so this whole time when we're riding these rides, these roller coasters, you can obviously go, single passengers or double, as all places allow you to do now. And single passengers is typically faster, but you don't get to ride or experience the ride with anyone that you're there with.
Yeah.
But we said, F that. We want to ride these rides. That's fine. But we wait in the Harry Potter ride.
Because Jess she wants that one. She wants us all to be on that one together because we could. It was a 4-person ride. So we're like, yeah, we'll group up together for this.
We could do that. Yeah. We can do that. That's great.
We'll wait for it.
So we wait. How long do you think it was an hour wait? I mean, that was a long line.
Yeah.
That was a long line. We get there and then the it's like a little kind of like a robot arm, and it's got 4 seats, and it kind of just holds you and moves you, and you're on like this track that's moving. So you have to get on while this track is moving and this thing's moving and get buckled in and go.
Yeah.
So we wait, an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. We get there, it's our turn. Great. Let me set the stage for you. It's Jess, Corey's fat ass,
my fat ass,
Landis's fat ass, and my fat ass. We got 3 200 plus individuals.
Hefty.
I would even go 250 plus individuals.
Yeah, I was hefty at that time, so 250 plus probably is a good guess.
All trying to get on this ride. We're getting in, we're going down. They're trying. They're like, no, it ain't gonna happen. We're gonna move. We're gonna move you to the end, and you 2 are gonna go in the middle. I think me and Landis were going to be on the end or something.
Yeah.
We're doing that right before it goes off. They're like,
Still,
nah,
no. Pull
you're
us
coming
out.
off. You're going to
Too
have to
big.
split up. Sorry, you guys are too fucking fat. They didn't
I
say
mean-
fat. They were like, it ain't going to work. You're going to have to split you up. But they meant you're too fucking fat.
There was at least 850 pounds on this robot arm. At least. That's a guess right there. That's probably a little on the low side, but
The low side. Well, thank you, Landis.
I was heavy. I was very heavy at that time.
I would probably still rocking 250. Like,
But anyways,
250,
the ride we wait all day for, and they split us up. They put me and Chan. We didn't even get to sit next to each other. They put us on the outside of some random couple.
Two little people
to
the size of
balance
a
the
pea.
counterweight out.
These people that can get flung into the atmosphere if you sneeze hard on them. Me and Landis had to weigh them down so they don't get flung.
So we didn't even get to enjoy that ride. I was like sitting there to feel bad about myself the whole time on this ride. Like they're like swinging us around in the fucking the Prisoner of Azkaban. What are those things called? The
Soul Eater people.
Yeah, the Soul Eater people come flying out of nowhere. They're like the Dementors. They're supposed to try to scare you. I'm like, fucking, please just get me, kill me, please. Take me out of this cruel world.
I'm riding that ride. I'm like, this is a shitty fucking ride. Had to fucking get told I'm fucking fat to ride this piece of shit ride.
Yeah, just fucking pouty face the whole time. We waited a whole hour for that thing. We were so psyched for it too. We'll get her next time.
Fucking yeah. Well, it was not the first time we've experienced something like that. Obviously, when we went to Cedar Point.
Let's save that one for the Cedar Point story.
I mean,
that's the best part of that one.
I mean, that's just one ride. I mean, everything we did before that, it's like, we just hopped onto a roller coaster and rode the rides.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, other than waiting, like, it was funny because when we got there a little early, and we went to go ride the Valraven, which was the newest coaster that they just built, and the line was pretty small and kind of chugging along. And next thing I know, we get a delay, and we're sitting there waiting for like 2 hours, and I was like, I thought we were gonna just hop on real quick.
And we were behind somebody I knew from high school.
Yeah,
her and her boyfriend. Yeah. And we waited the entire line. We were up near the actual station when you get on to the ride, and I think they got like a text or something where they had to go eat dinner or something with their family, and they bailed. We were like 8 people away from actually getting onto the platform. Like we had waited the whole time going up these stairs, like just at least an hour and a half. This is a brand new ride at the time, so everybody's trying to ride this fucking thing. And they bailed, and then not 5 minutes later, the ride opened back up again, and we were
on.
We were on.
We didn't yell for them. We didn't say it. We just
they were already gone. There was no chance we couldn't have got them.
They were gone.
Just done back in.
If they had just waited just another 5 minutes, they would have been.
That was a great roller coaster too. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got that incline on the first hill where it kind of goes. I think it goes in 97. Drop. I think it's 97 degrees in. Like it actually curves in.
I thought it was 90. I think that one's 90. The Maverick curves in, but I think that one's 90.
I thought it went in even. I thought that was what the record was for it. It curved in super far in. I thought that's why it was such a big deal.
I just farted. Hopefully that doesn't get picked up.
I think Noah did right when you did it. So
God,
he covered it up.
The smell is bad. I'm not.
Noah's got your back.
Everyone knows. There's no covering up your comments.
The smell on this one.
I can see your face. I can see your face in there. You're just.
Oh, maybe that's a good place to call it then.
Right on the fucking fart.
Yeah.
about your guys' bedtime. You guys are staying up late for this one.
Good way to end it for us.
Yeah, that's right. That's in our fashion.
All
right. Well, bye, Craig.
See you, Craig.
Yeah, get the hell out of here, Craig.